Okay, so Johnny, this week we're going to be doing the spot for the commercial. Are you ready for this? Come on, Steinhoff. You know better than that. Look, I'm glad for the revenue, but you know me. Selling out in commercialism just isn't my thing. You know, commercialism and selling out. Just not my thing. Roll the clip!
In 2013, a degenerate gambling puppet was sent to prison for fixing a fantasy football game. He promptly escaped to the fantasy football underground. He still survives as a fantasy football bookie. If you don't know who to start, if you don't know who to cut, and you have yourself a six-pack of Pabst Blue Ribbon to give up, maybe you can hire Johnny Vegas.
Welcome to Week 5 of the Board People's Fantasy Football League. I'm your host, Johnny Vegas. Sorry for the delay going on, folks, this week with the score, but as you can tell, it's spring cleaning. No, I was not trying to eat all the little dust bunnies off the thing. I take spring cleaning very seriously, mostly because I resemble a dust mop, and in the wrong hands, I am used as a cleaning apparatus. So, on behalf of myself to all the teams out there in fantasy football land, time to start doing some spring cleaning on your own. And I'll give you some tips on how to do that. But first, picks! We're going to start off this week with the A-Holes and the Vandals. And let me tell you something, this is your money matchup right here. We're going to come right out of the gate hot. We have two teams that up until last week were undefeated. Now, one of them is going to rebound from an untimely loss, and one of them is going to have two losses in a row, which is going to make the other mental. Mental. And this week, I'm going to give it to the A-Holes by 3 points. Because, trust me, these are two of the toughest teams you are ever going to see in your lifetime. But the Vandals this week have a weakness, and that weakness is their wide receiving core. And when you have a wide receiving core that is not 100%, and you're going up against a team that has Todd Gurley pounding it in all day, you're in for a bad day. A-Holes by 3. Oh, Johnny wants the booze. Johnny wants the booze. Up next, we have the Thunder going up against Team a Sniggertopus. This one is pretty academic. I'm going to give this one to the Thunder by 4. Because this week, they made a really, really smart addition by trading for Jameis Winston in the quarterback position. With Derek Carr out, this is as smart a move as you can make. And Sniggertopus, you know I was talking about spring cleaning and rosters? You're top of my dirty list. You're a dirty little boy, Sniggertopus. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Filthy, dirty. Because I'm looking over your roster. You have 4 players on your roster who have scored 0 points in 4 weeks. Time to start cleaning out the trash. Thunder by 4. Deer Park water. Available in tiny little bottles for tiny little puppets. Up next, we have the Extractors going up against the Senators from Scobeyville. Extractors are in a wonderful position this week, and that's why I'm going to give them the 15-point favorite to win this. Not just because the Senators are winless, but the Extractors have 0 bye-week issues this week. So they're going to have a full complement of choices to go after the Senators. I talked with Daniel Mabee, coach of the Scobeyville Senators, and this is what he had to say about that.
I'll answer the question. You want answers? Son, we live in a world that has walls, and those walls have to be guarded by men with guns. Who's gonna do it? You? I have a greater responsibility than you can possibly fathom. You have the luxury of not knowing what I know, and my existence, while grotesque and incomprehensible to you, saves lives. You don't want the truth because deep down in places you don't talk about at parties, you want me on that wall. You need me on that wall. I have neither the time nor the inclination to explain myself to a man who rises and sleeps under the blanket of the very freedom that I provide and then questions the manner in which I provide it. I would rather you just said thank you and went on your way. Either way, I don't give a damn what you think you are entitled to.
You filthy motherfucker. Extractors by 15. You will drink Deer Park water. You will drink Deer Park water. Who's thirsty? You want Deer Park water. Up next, we have the Roughnecks going up against the Terror. Now, this is going to be an interesting dynamic, as both teams are the opposites of the other in the Central Division. The Roughnecks are at the bottom. The Terror is at the top. And the top is where the Terror will stay, because I'm giving this one to the Terror by 3. Love the Roughnecks. Love them a lot. Love them in a way that can only be referred to as sweaty prison man love. That kind of love.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
But this week, the Roughnecks have a lot of tough matchups all across the board, and I think the Terror is going to benefit by a resurging A.J. Green. That's going to be the key. Terror by 3! Deer Park water, available in fine Ubers everywhere. And last but not least, we have the Hangman going up against the Slaughterhouse. And this one is a no-brainer. Slaughterhouse is getting this one pick by 17 points. Because I got a question to ask. And if anyone knows the answer, please let me know. Because I haven't been able to figure it out. And I'm pretty damn smart. Where the fuck is Tony Knuckles? Where is he? He was the Terror. Well, no, wait. PJ's the Terror. He was the horror of the league. He was the brains. He was the man who knew all the answers. He could figure you out, inside and out. He has been missing in action since day 1. You know, normally, I'd question the Slaughterhouse, especially their pickup of Latavius Murray over Adrian Peterson, which I think is a stupid move. But because of the loss of Tony Knuckles, I'm giving this one to the Slaughterhouse. 17 points. Well, that's all I got for this week. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go back to doing some spring cleaning. I'll start with you. Carpet fuzzies! See ya! Now we done got that out the way, let's have some fun! My guest today is future BPFFL Hall of Fame and 2013 BPFFL MVP, Mr. Peyton Manning!
It's an honor to be talking to you.
Why no mustache? A mustache like Johnny Vegas cries out, "Hey, I'm a sexy puppet, and I ooze my cheese more."
I guess to tell you the truth, I never had much of a desire to grow any facial hair. I think I've managed to play quarterback okay without a mustache.
If you say so. Could be the reason why the a-holes cut you.
I wasn't really prepared for this interview to go in this direction.
Did you know Johnny Vegas is more popular than Justin Bieber in the Poconos?
I think I did read that somewhere.
Is it true that you require Papa John's breadsticks to be shoved up your nose before, after,
and even during the games.
You're actually right. I certainly think it gives me an advantage on Sundays.
Do you like to shout random things to people when you're out line dancing?
Sometimes I'll just yell underpants over and over again. Or maybe I'll change it up with oven mitt. Maybe oven mitt.
Hey, before I go, how much would it take for you to throw the game this weekend? Would $1 million make you think about it?
You're somewhere on the right track.
Thanks for coming over. You've been a real mensch.
Thanks a lot, as you are as well.
I thought you put the brake on the safety of the car. Game!